So this video will be going over the answers for yesterday's 1.2 practice worksheet from September 21st. So the two learning targets that we are going to be doing is I can solve a linear equation in one variable, and I can write an equation and solve the equation to solve a story problem. So the first four are the story problems that we are doing right now in class. So want to make sure that you see the word odd because that matters, okay? So I'm just going to come up with some odd numbers here on the side. So 1, 3, and 5. So it's important to have the first variable always be x. 1 plus what gets us 3? It's 2. 1 plus what gets us 5? Plus 4. So that pattern will always be for odd numbers and for even numbers. The reason why is because you're skipping a number. It goes from 1 to 3, so it skipped 2. You went 2 spaces. And then 1 to 5, you skip 2 spaces. So just keep that pattern in mind. So we said that the sum is 21. So it's 3 consecutive. So we have the first number plus the second number. Remember, it's a pattern. Plus the third number equals 21. Now we combine like terms. We have x, 2 x's, plus 3 x's. Then we have plus 6 equals 21. Now make sure that you show your work. I need to see the inverse operation. So I'm going to minus 6 on both sides. That gets me 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So in this case, x equals 5. So let's just replace these numbers here, okay? Now that I know my starting number, I know it's 5. All I have to do is plug in 5 to the x. All right, for the second number, 5 plus 2 gets me 7. 5 plus 4 gets me 9. Now if I add all of those numbers up, guess what? It gets me 21. So I know that I did it correctly. You are not allowed to get decimals for these answers. The reason why is because it says integers. Integers are whole numbers, and then they're opposites, so positive and negative numbers. So just write a short sentence. The numbers are 5, 7, and 9. All right, for number 2, it says 4 numbers, and they're even. So that's not going to change the pattern. The pattern is still going to be skipping numbers. So if you want to confirm that, let's just do 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let the first number be x. 2 plus what gets you 4? It's x plus 2. Then x plus 4, x plus 6. So these numbers can change. It's just a pattern. So then I have x plus x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6 equals 100. Now just like before, but now we have more x's, combine them. So we have 4x, and then make sure that you count correctly. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is plus 12 equals 100. Minus 12 on both sides. 4x equals 88. Divide by 4, divide by 4. You get x equals 22. Now you can plug that into x over here. If you let x be 22, what's 22 plus 2? It's 24. 22 plus 4 is 26. 22 plus 6 is 28. If you add all four of these numbers together, you are going to get 100. So you can say the numbers are 22, 24, 26, and 28. For number 3, same thing. I know that they are odd, so I know my first number is x plus 2 plus x plus 4, because there's 3 different numbers. And I know that is all going to equal 81. So I have 2 x's there, I have another x, 2 plus 1 gets me the 3x. And then 2 plus 4 gets me 6 equals 81. Minus 6 on both sides. So 81 minus 6 gets me 75. And then divide by 3. 75 divided by 3 gets me 25. Now the next 2 numbers after that, if you follow the pattern, 25, 27, 29. If you add all those up, you're going to get 81. So you can say the numbers are 25, 27, and 29. Now for number 4, some of you guys got mixed up here. There is no even or odd, so you have to go back to the first example, where if we just did like 1, 2, and 3, you're not skipping any numbers, so it's x plus 1, and then x plus 2. So that is going to be our equation, x plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals 20. So combine like terms, 3x plus 3 equals 20. Minus 3 on both sides. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not 20, it's 270. I read that wrong. So let me just scribble that out real quick. So 270, this is 270. So it's 3x equals 267. So then we get x equals 89. So then 89 plus 1 is 90. So this is really 89. This is really 90. 89 plus 2 is 91. So if you double check this, 89 plus 90 plus 91 gets you back to 270. And notice that we're not skipping any numbers. The reason why we're not skipping any numbers is because it's just consecutive. It does not say even or odd. So this is what I'm looking for. If you look at the learning target, it says I can write an equation and solve. So I wrote an equation for all 4 of these problems, and then I solved it. I showed the inverse operations. Make sure that you write a sentence. Some of you are just writing one answer. You're just saying x equals a number, and then that's it. But it's asking you for multiple answers. For number 4, it was 3 integers. Number 3 was 3 integers. So it tells you how many answers you're supposed to have. So just double check that, please. Number 5, just a regular multi-step. I still recommend adding 8 to both sides. If you choose to do that, 14 plus 8 is 22. We're left with 3/4 times the quantity 2x plus 5, multiply by 4. Then we have 3 times the quantity 2x plus 5 equals 88. Distribute. So then we have 6x plus 15 equals 88. 88 minus 15 gets you 73. So you have 6x equals 73 divided by 6. So that is the answer. It's just 73 divided by 6. I'm going to keep it as a fraction. This is one reason why I didn't want you to write on the worksheet, because there's not enough room. So ideally you would write this all underneath of each other, but in my case I ran out of room. So I'm going to erase some of this work to do number 6. So I will just do number 6 on the side so it's easier for you guys. Number 1 mistake that I see, students distribute incorrectly. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12x. This is the part that I see that's wrong. Negative 3 times negative 5 is actually a positive 15. You should get 15 minus 6, which is 9, a positive 9, so it's adding 9. Minus 9 on both sides. And then divide by negative 12. So please simplify this, x, and you can divide 3 out. So it's negative 3/4. If you do negative 0.75, that would be fine as well. All right. For number 7, it says, what could be the first step? So there's so many different first steps. You could minus 4 on both sides, or you could distribute. If you want to distribute that negative sign and make it negative 0.5x and negative 0.5 times 3, you're allowed to do that. So it's really up to your option, which would be a minus 1.5. So whatever way you choose is fine. Number 8, it says describe and correct the error a student made when solving the equation. So I gave this problem to you before because I see it so much. It says describe and correct the error. So where is the error? It's actually in the first step. So the first step, you're supposed to multiply the negative 2. And if you did that, negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 3 is actually a positive 6. So right here is the error. So then you would just want to solve it. So this would be negative 2, divide by negative 2, and then we would get x equals a positive 1. So that would be the error for number 8.